audience today consists of my friend Brittany and my boyfriend Aaron. In February of last year, nearly 300 puppies and dogs were rescued from a North Carolina puppy mill. Rescuers from the Humane Society found the animals cramped in small cages stacked one on top of the other in unventilated barns and outhouses. The animals' cages were filled with feces and urine. They had no food or water, and most of them suffered from untreated wounds, illness, and disease. Most of us can't even begin to fathom that our family pet, our beloved family pet, came from a place like that. But the sad fact of the matter is that most of them did. As a dog owner and an animal lover, I was utterly distraught by my research on the subject, which I gathered from reports conducted by the Humane Society of the United States and PETA, which is the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. Also from newspapers and public information available on the subject. The 2 points I'll be making today are that mass dog breeding should be banned because it is cruel and inhumane, and because of the inability of current government regulation to properly ensure the welfare of these animals. Now, puppy mills make money by selling the most amount of puppies for the least amount of cost, which basically means that the less they spend on the care of the animals, the more profit they make off of the sale of each puppy. Now, the mother dogs are the ones that truly suffer in this process. They live a life of isolation. The only time they leave their cage is to be put in another cage and bred, and then return to their cage where they have the puppies and nurse them till they're old enough to be sold. And once that happens, they start all over again with no breaks in between breeding cycles, which is extremely unhealthy for the dogs. This cycle continues and continues until the mother dogs are either go crazy or so malnourished that they are unable to have puppies anymore. At that point, they are no longer of use to the facility, and so they are destroyed. And by destroyed, I don't mean euthanized, I mean violently destroyed. The puppies also are subject to illness and disease because of lack of veterinary care, and irresponsible mating or inbreeding causes genetic defects and personality disorders. The government regulation supposed to protect the animals is called the Animal Welfare Act. But the only way to ensure that this is being followed is through inspection. The only facilities that require by law to be inspected are facilities that wholesale animals to places like research facilities and pet stores. Now, in the United States, there are 83,000 of these certified facilities that are subject to annual inspection. However, there are only 70 people nationwide responsible for the inspections. So if you break that down, that means each inspector is responsible for 3 facilities per day, 365 days a year, no days off. And most of these facilities house hundreds to thousands of animals, so you can see it is impossible that these facilities are being inspected on a yearly basis like they're supposed to be. Even after some of these places have been found in violation, they are reprimanded, yes, but they are allowed to continue their certification and recertify year after year. Now, that goes for the places that have to be certified. Private sellers do not need to be certified and are only subject to inspection voluntarily. There are numerous states that have no laws or regulations that protect the rights of these animals, and even after, for one reason or another, places have been found to be non-compliant with the Animal Welfare Act and shut down, animals were removed, but the people face only misdemeanor charges and spend little to no time at all in jail. Now, when places breed animals for quantity and not quality, they compromise the health and well-being of the animals. Yes, there are regulations that are meant to protect these animals, but without proper support and funding, it's all for nothing. Basically, mass dog breeding should be banned because it is cruel and inhumane, and because of the inability of current regulations to ensure the welfare of the animals. Are there any questions?
Do all pet stores buy from puppy mills?
Yes, basically. Even if they say they don't, they buy from a broker who is a middleman who buys the puppies from puppy mills.
Is there a way that anyone can help stop puppy mills?
Yes, there is. You can, if you're looking for a pet, you can buy it from a shelter. There are so many unadopted pets that sit in shelters. By purchasing from a pet store, you're only putting money in the pocket of people who do these cruel things to these animals. And that concludes my speech.